What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? This your boy DC. We are here in sunny California, and we are here at eMix Studios behind this beautiful tree right here. And hey, welcome to the channel. On this channel, we gonna dive into so many different tips and tricks to mixing, mastering, getting that sound that you want and you want to achieve. And we just gonna show you how we do it. We gonna show you the team. We gonna show you the studio. We gonna dive into all of that. But for right now, we got our big homie, Mr. Organic, in the building. And we go to break down a couple of things on his couple of new singles. Quite a few. He's going back to back to back to back with it. So let's dive into it. This your boy DC. Let's go.
Found prosperity in a pandemic. What a blessing. Just follow my lead. That's God. The Ram.
What up, y'all? This your boy DC. So look, we are here. Welcome to the eMix Studio. This is where the magic happens. And we gonna dive into this new single from Mr. Organic called PPP. You get clean mixes and masters, then you don't gotta rely on a payment protection plan, because you'll be your own payment protection plan. And that's what Mr. Organic is talking about in this video, in this single. So look, Mr. Organic is filled with energy. That's the kind of human being that he is. So we wanted the mix to have that same kind of energy to go with it as well. So that's that's what this is going to be about, bringing energy to the mix. So let's dive into it. Let me kind of just show you how we brought the energy to the mix and how we can bring energy to your mix as well. So let's go. All right, so we got the session here. And as you can see, it's not that many tracks. It's a pretty reasonable size session as far as the amount of tracks goes. So, which is actually really good. A lot of artists really just do layer, 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 layer. And that's fine. You do get that like big sound, but proper engineers or engineering, you can get a big sound with just a few vocals. So we'll actually kind of go over that. So this is the PPP song. Let's kind of just see what we're working with real quick.
Three of them to God. Found prosperity in a pandemic. What a blessing. Just follow my lead. That's God. The Ram.
This is my favorite part coming up right here.
Bought a Panamera in the pandemic with a Panamera roof in it. Black Benz with the red trim, look like Bruce Wayne should have driven. Riding around, I'm getting it, yeah. Riding around, I'm getting it, yeah. Right.
Really fun song, really fun song. This song is gonna go crazy this summer. You know what I'm saying? So, and we wanted that to like shine through. So one of the things I want you to notice is how we got his vocals to sit where they need to sit. One of the ways we're able to achieve that is this vocal chain. So we're gonna dive through a little bit of the vocal chain because there's certain aspects of it that really help bring out the vocals. And I want to just give you some like tips and tricks so you can practice it at home. So this beautiful plugin right here by Waves. Waves makes really, really good plugins. We use the heck out of them. And this is just one of them. But it's called Center. Center. And guess where you want your vocals to be? Right smack down the middle in the center. So this is a really good name for this plugin. So let's kind of dive into it. I am going to play, what part do I want to play? I want to hit the hook part. And I'm going to take the center off and put it back on so you can hear exactly what it's doing. So let me bring that up. Got it right here. So
bought a Panamera in the pandemic with a Panamera roof in it. Black Benz with the red trim, look like Bruce Wayne should have driven. Riding around, I'm getting it, yeah. Riding around, I'm getting it, yeah. Riding around, I'm getting it, yeah. They surviving, I'm living, yeah, yeah. Bought a Panamera in the pandemic with a Panamera roof in it. Black.
So this is subtle, but it's not. It's like when that center plugin is activated, when it's not bypassed and it's actually doing what it's supposed to do, it really brings the vocal right up front. So let's kind of dive into my settings a little bit. So the way that this center plugin works is kind of really simple. You got these two faders here and you got four knobs up here. Okay. So what it's kind of doing at the core is it has center and it has sides. So to get that field of view, to have your vocal sound like it's coming right down the center, you need to bring down the sides. Or if you don't want to touch the sides, then you need to bring the center up. And that's pretty much what this plugin does. Without touching too much, it's really simple. If you want more center, you move the fader up, right? Or if you want less size to give you the perceived sound of more center, then you bring the sides down. All right, it's really that easy and simple. And when you dial it in perfectly, like, you just get this.
Bought a Panamera in the pandemic with a Panamera roof in it. Black Benz with the red trim, look like Bruce Wayne should have driven. Riding around, I'm getting it, yeah. Riding around, I'm getting it, yeah. Riding around, I'm getting it, yeah. They surviving, I'm living, yeah, yeah.
All right, so that's that sauce number one. All right, so Organic loved the mix, and I think one of the reasons why he liked it so much is because his vocals were so upfront. So another part that we're going to dive into really quick is the energy of the beat. Really, really low end 808s, has that nice bounce that it has with the hi-hats and the snare. So we just wanted to bring that into life a little bit more. So another way is plugin. This is one of their parallel plugins by Scheps. I love this plugin. It's like parallel compression all inside of one plugin, okay? So if you're not too comfortable with doing parallel, compression, like the manual way, this is kind of a good, like, cheat code to kind of do it inside of a plugin. So it has the 4 knobs here: air, bite, sub, and thick, and they kind of do exactly what the words say, which is really cool. One cool thing I like about the sub section here is you can dial in the frequencies. So you can dial in exactly where the sweet spot is on that sub to really kind of enhance it. So let's we can play that same part, and I'm going to bypass this plugin.
Bought a Panamera in the pandemic with a Panamera roof in it. Black Benz with the red trim, look like Bruce Wayne should have driven. Riding around,
where did the beat go?
Yeah, riding around, I'm getting it. Yeah, riding around, I'm getting it. Yeah,
look at that.
They surviving, I'm living. Yeah, yeah. Bought a Panamera in the pandemic with a Panamera roof in it. Black Benz with the red trim, look like Bruce Wayne should have driven.
It just brings it to life. It just gives it that excitement. It gives it that energy, right? That's what we're talking about on this mix, energy. So if you just look at it, a little bit of thick, a little bit of air, a little bit of bite, a very little bit of sub. The producer who made this, shout out to him. It was already knocking, so I didn't need to add too much, but just dial it into the sweet spot and just kind of accentuate it a little bit more the way it needs to be. So if you can go a little crazy on this plugin, so just use your ears. When you're mixing, use your ears. That's what you mix with. Don't just look at stuff and be like, oh yeah. No, use your ears. Another thing that brought energy is a newer plugin by Cymatics. I actually got the free one, waiting on them to send me the full version. But for now, this is the free one. So link down below if you want to grab the free plugin. It's called Diablo. It's the light version. This is a hard and soft clipper. So you want to bring more excitement and feel to the beat, you can really push this plugin hard. You can get that max volume out of anything. The beat, the vocals, instruments, guitars, bass, whatever you have, you can really crank this plugin a lot. So here we have the beat. I'll play it.
Bought a Panamera in the pandemic with a Panamera roof in it.
I'm not doing any punch. Like I said, the producer did really good at giving it that punch. But I just added a little bit of that clip going into that hard clip.
Yeah, they surviving, I'm living. Yeah, yeah.
Let me play that part one more time.
Black Benz with the red trim, look like Bruce Wayne should have driven. Riding around.
Let me kind of show you exactly what's going on here real quick. So from left to right, this is the chain, right, real quick. So let me bypass that. Look at that. So that's what everything bypassed. Going into the parallel. A little bit more life, and then a little bit more life. And that's just 2 plugins, guys. And that's on the hard setting. And that's going through the soft compressor. Soft limiter, rather. I chose the hard limiter. Leave comments as you will on that. So,
yeah. All my whips be diverse. I could pull up in a hearse.
So as the song played, I wanted to keep that energy even when some instruments was dropped out. So these two plugins really help keep that energy going, even when the producer took some instruments out of the beat. So shout out to Diablo, the guys in Cymatics. Good job on that. Okay, cool. So we just talked about how we brought excitement to the beat and how we brought excitement to the vocals to bring that energy. So these are two plugins. One of them we already just talked about. We have the Parallel plugin that we're using, but we're also bringing in the J37 plugin to give you that nice tape. Just makes your mixes sound more analog and more expensive, really. And also brings that energy. So we got both of them pulled up here. All right, so this is the whole mix bus with these bypassed. Okay, so on the first plug-in on the chain is your J37. So listen to this. I'm gonna bring it in.
Riding around, I'm getting it. Yeah, riding around, I'm getting it. Yeah, they surviving, I'm living. Riding around, I'm getting it. Yeah, riding around, I'm getting it. Yeah, riding around, I'm getting it. Yeah, they surviving, I'm living.
So I really like what this does. It's so subtle. So the thing is, the way how I mix is not one plugin does a whole lot. Each plugin has this little thing that it does, and that's all I wanted to do. And then that next plugin that goes in behind it is going to do something else very minor. So all these little minor things that all these plugins do, when you add it up, it creates that magic that we all look for. So I have it on the 888 setting on the formula, and I have it on the NOM, the non-bias setting. And when I get here using the preset, like one of the mastering presets, it brings in noise, but we don't want any noise. So make sure you have your noise on this plugin at 0, unless you want it. You'll get that natural tape kind of sound noise, but I don't want it in the mix, right? So make sure you had that to 0. Saturation, once again, we're mixing with your ears. So use saturation sparingly, but on the master bus, I'm probably gonna leave it at 0. And that's what I did here in this situation.
Riding around, I'm getting it, yeah. Riding around, I'm getting it, yeah. Riding around, I'm getting it, yeah. They survive.
It just brings a presence. It brings a presence that you just can't really get anywhere else other than doing it this way, that I've found. Like, leave a comment below if you know how to get that sound a different way. But I love what the J37 does, and it's an endless of possibilities. So, all right, so after that, I bring in this plugin again, the Parallel one, the one that we use on the beat. I'm using again, just taking it up to that next level. So
riding around, I'm getting it, yeah. Riding around, I'm getting it, yeah. Riding around, I'm getting it.
That's what it is.
Yeah, they surviving, I'm living. Riding around, I'm getting it, yeah. Riding around, I'm getting it, yeah. Riding around, I'm getting it, yeah. They surviving.
4 knobs again, super easy. Use your ears. I'm bringing in a little bit of thick, a little bit of air, a little bit of bite, a little bit more sub. Now you got to think about it. This is affecting the whole mix now. Before, when we used it, it was just affecting the beat. Now we're affecting the whole mix as a whole. But with these two plugins, the first two plugins I use on my master chain, it helps really glue the mix together, okay? Without using any compression, right? It just gives it that final color that we're looking for when we're trying to bring that mix together. Let's listen to these again.
Riding around, I'm getting it, yeah. Riding around, I'm getting it, yeah.
That's both bypass.
Yeah, they surviving, I'm living. Riding around, I'm getting it, yeah. Riding around, I'm getting it, yeah. Riding around, I'm getting it, yeah. They surviving, I'm living. Riding around, I'm getting it, yeah.
This is your boy DC. This is a quick dive. We're going to be doing more of these videos. Comment below and let me know exactly if there's a favorite plugin you want me to kind of go over. But we're going to be going over a lot more of these, so stay tuned. Shout out to Mr. Organic. He's putting the PPP out right now on all streaming platforms, so make sure you go listen, stream it, download it, all of that stuff. And this is your boy DC. Welcome to eMix, Hey, and if you're an artist and you want to upload your music, we make it super easy and simple. Just upload your session and everyone here, me or the other engineers that we have, will go and mix your song and then get it right back to you. Okay, cool. So that was the Parallel plugin from Scheps and Waves. And we also had this J37 plugin as well from Waves. And that's the first two plugins on my master chain. We'll go through the rest as these videos progress. But let's make sure we're not going crazy. We need to listen to this in the car. So, car test time. All right, come on, let's go. You just saw what we did to finish that mix. This is a crucial part of the mixing process. Acceleration is a crucial part of the mixing process. No, I'm just joking. Car test. So we in the car right now. That's where a lot of artists, that's where a lot of the consumers, that's where everyone is going to listen to the song at least a few times, if not most of the time. So we got to make sure it sounds good where most people will hear it. Other places are your laptop, your phone, you know, TVs, home stereo systems. But the car is where it needs to shine the most. So this is the test right here. We're gonna see what it do. Let's go.
What a blessing. Just follow my lead. That's all. The ring. Fuck with me. Thought a Panamera in the pandemic with a Panamera won't fit. Black beans with the red trim look like Bruce Wayne should have driven. Riding around, I'm getting it, yeah. Riding around, I'm getting it, yeah. Riding around, I'm getting it, yeah. They surviving, I'm living, yeah, yeah. All my whips beat the verse.
So, one of the first things I'm listening to is bass response. You know, how is the bass hitting? Your speakers is not going to lie to you, especially in the car. When songs bump in the car, they bump in the car. And then when some songs sound, when they don't bump, they sound weak. And you listen to songs on the radio all the time. If your song don't sound as good as the songs you hear on the radio, then you need to go back to the drawing board. Another thing I'm listening to, I can hear right away, is the vocals are right up front. I can hear every single word that Mr. Organic is saying, and that's important. You want that to be able to translate. And another thing is now modern day cars, this is a newer Mustang that we're in right now. It has speakers everywhere. Like you see some speakers right here, you can see speakers right here, there's speakers down there. So the thing is that cars do a really good job of separating the work between the speakers. So your tweeters, your mid-range, and your lows are all separate. And you want to make sure that all three of those aspects are shining through correctly. Let's hear it one more time.
You think I'm on bullshit? Run up, I'll give you a mule kick. Next year, Richard Mule rich. Shining like a diamond, shining like a star, nigga, I'm all that then some. 100 mil before my time come. Mike Vick with the Falcons. Thought a Panamera in the pandemic with a Panamera won't fit. Black beans with the red trim look like Bruce Wayne should have driven.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not just saying this because we're on video right now, but I think we knocked this one out the park. Now, if we didn't, which rarely ever happens, we would go back and make those final adjustments in the studio, tweak it, raise the vocals, lower the vocals, raise the, you know, the bass, lower the bass, whatever you need to do to make sure that it sounds good. Because you know your car speakers, you're in your car all the time. You're commuting from this place, that place, you're going to grocery store, gym, wherever you're going. So you know the way your car sounds. So use that, that's a really good reference. And that's what we do here at eMix. Every single mix we do goes through this to make sure before we send it to the client, it's gonna knock wherever they hear it. So that's the car test. Hey, leave a comment below. How did it sound to you through the camera? Did you like it? And all these songs will be available. Like this one will be available on Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere. So listen to the car, listen to the song in the car, and let us know what you think. Leave a comment below. All right, we'll catch y'all on the next mix. I'ma holla at you. Peace. All right, so we're back from the car test. I love the way it sounded in the car. It was bumping. You can hear the mids and the highs. So I feel pretty good about it. I'm going to send it to Mr. Organic, see what he thinks. But if you're an artist out there or producer and you want to get your music mixed and mastered, I'll leave a link in the description below. Just click on it and we'll be happy to work with you. And in the meantime, hey, make sure you like and subscribe. We're here. This is going to be something new that we bring to you guys. We just want to bring you guys on the ride along the way. So this your boy DC with emix.com, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace!
Panamera roofing, black Benz with the red trim, look like Bruce Wayne should have driven. Riding around, I'm getting it, yeah. Riding around, I'm getting it, yeah. Riding around.